Are you looking for a new way to bring your strategic plans to life? Do you want to make sure your strategy is implemented in the most effective way possible? Crafting an effective strategy activation program can help you do just that. Strategy activation is the art and science of persuading people to align around, engage with, and adopt new ways of working to achieve desired objectives. It is about eliminating the gap between strategy formulation and execution. The process of strategy activation requires a feedback loop whereby messages, ideas, priorities, and processes are deployed to the organization. Then data is collected to evaluate how successful the implementation has been. A successful strategy activation program requires a clear and authentic vision that can be communicated to stakeholders and employees. Additionally, mapping the terrain ahead, including anticipating any barriers to change, must be done to chart the course forward. Once embarked on the journey, progress must be tracked while adapting and refining to ensure successful outcomes. The 4 dimensions of strategy activation involve envisioning a clear and authentic vision, discovering the terrain ahead and potential barriers to change, designing a course of action, and executing the plan. Envisioning involves creating a shared vision that focuses on desired outcomes and aligns with core values. Discovering involves mapping the terrain ahead to identify potential barriers to change and stakeholder needs. Designing consists of charting a course of action, considering known and unknown conditions. Finally, executing involves embarking on the journey, measuring progress, and adapting and refining strategies. Each dimension is critical for successful strategy activation and can be supported through leadership development programs, buyer personas, informing employees and stakeholders, reaching new audiences, being open-minded to making changes, developing strategies for a changing environment, and monitoring and evaluating the program. The first step in crafting a successful strategy activation program is to create a clear and authentic vision. Leaders must articulate their vision to resonate with stakeholders and employees. Ensuring the vision is communicated, engaging, and inspiring to elicit commitment and buy-in from all involved is important. Leaders must carefully consider their goals and objectives, the values they want to portray, and the environment they must operate in. Once the vision is established, developing strategies to help make it come to life will be easier. Discovering the terrain ahead and identifying potential barriers to change for stakeholders and the organization are vital components of strategy activation. Organizations must understand the external environment and their internal processes, resources, and capabilities to develop an effective strategy. This step involves gathering data, assessing risks, and evaluating opportunities. Organizations must analyze their current state and identify how to move forward best. Through this process, organizations can better identify potential problems before they arise and create plans to address them. Additionally, it is important to consider stakeholders' interests and needs when formulating a plan of action. By understanding the environment and the stakeholders involved, organizations can create a more effective strategy activation plan to help them reach their goals. Designing a strategic activation program requires careful planning and consideration of known and unknown needs. It is important to ensure that the course can accommodate and address any potential barriers or complexities that may arise as the organization moves forward with the plan. The design should consider the resources available, the desired outcomes, and any limitations external factors impose. It should also be flexible enough to accommodate changes that may be necessary down the line. Additionally, it is essential to ensure that all stakeholders understand their roles in the process to effectively contribute to the strategy activation program's success. Executing a strategy activation program requires careful attention to all the elements involved. To ensure successful implementation, leaders must be prepared to embark on the journey, measure progress, and adapt and refine as needed. This is critical to ensure that all goals and ongoing success are achieved. Additionally, leaders must remain open to potential environmental changes, which can greatly affect the program's success. To ensure all stakeholders are informed of progress and changes, it is essential to communicate regularly with both employees and external audiences. Finally, it is important to continually monitor and evaluate the program to make any necessary adjustments or modifications to achieve maximum success. Learn more at business901.com.